Okay, it's Ken and Jerry from Overton Environmental here to just do a short video on how to mix and our microbial foods and aerate a tote of EcoTea HDI. Before you start, tools that you want to have on hand is a paint mixer that can sort of reach down and mix things up in the tote, whether you're using dry microbial foods or liquid microbial foods. You want to have a minimum of a 40-liter pump per 1,000-liter tote to be able to get sufficient air into the tote. Any old piece of garden hose you can use just to connect the aerator to the diffuser. We sell 48-inch diffusers for $75, and you can just see here a regular garden hose attachment will attach to it. So Jerry's been adding the dry microbial foods into the tea. If you have the liquid, you basically do the same thing. You pour the liquid in, and just before you start aerating it, it's always good to give it a good mix. You'll see that there's some settled around in there. Stick the paint mixer, give her a mix for about 30 seconds, and that just will break up any chunks that might be in there. You can see we're just moving around the different corners, getting her blended up. While we're waiting here, just to be clear, with each tote that you get, there'll be a tote of HDI. There's going to be a bag of, a 20-liter bag of dry microbial foods, or there'll be 2 pails of liquid microbial foods. They'll be marked Part B. And you'll have 1 pail of catalyst that's marked EcoTea Catalyst C. And yeah, so for each tote you have those. And at this time when you're aerating, it's only the Part A, which is the HDI, and the Part B, which is the microbial foods that you're aerating before you apply it. So you'll see once you're done mixing, good dark color. All that means is you've stirred up the sediment that we intentionally leave at the bottom of in the totes. It's still screened to 300 microns, but a lot of the very beneficial biology adheres to that sediment, and that's why we don't screen it out 100%. So once you're done mixing, plug your pump in and stick the diffuser in the tote. And it's good to push that diffuser down in and almost get it sitting horizontally in your tote, and you're going to get a really good airflow in there. Now the reason that we're aerating is we're bringing to life that aerobic biology that once that aerobic biology, especially with the foliar applications, gets onto the surface of the plant, it's actually exuding CO2 and keeping the plant stomata open longer than it would otherwise be, which helps enhance photosynthesis and all that type of stuff. So for aeration, you want to aerate your product a minimum of 12 hours. That way you're going to bring to life that biology. And once you have it aerated, you have to keep it aerated, and you can keep going for about a maximum of 6 days before you start running out of foods. If you have to keep it aerated longer than that, you have to add more microbial foods to keep that aerobic biology alive and going. Now, once you're ready to apply, when you turn the air off, you've got about 6 hours to apply your product to the plant. If you wait longer than that, your aerobic biology will start dying off, and the anaerobic biology that feeds on that dead biology is going to start to multiply, and you can actually have a potentially detrimental effect if you leave it too long. And as well, once you stop aerating it, when you're taking it to your tank, that's when you want to pour the Part C into it, and Continue with agitation if you have it. Make sure you've got 30 mesh, 300 micron screens in your sprayer, and you won't have a problem. Thanks.